bitch ass. He's still there.
Yeet!
He's trying to kill Doom.
He's
That's
out.
a dead one under you. That's a dead one under you. One more. Come here.
Any shields? I'm not done with you. Woo! Come on, baby. What y'all thought this was, baby? I'm out. Boof. Boof. Ah. 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 Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Come on, baby. Stop playing. Come on. Give me the goop. Give me the goop. I'm a bad, bad, bad. Nah. Wow, 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 wow. Poof, poof.
The hell? Poof, poof. Thought you made a bomb.
I did too.
But that was just a regular firework.
To get nothing. I mean, not for nothing. In my asshole there is a volcano blueprint, so. Oh. It's in my butt. You guys can't do it. It's mine.
How much? How much?
The volcano.
How much to let me touch your butt? How much to let me touch your butt?
I don't know. That's my girlfriend. It's hers.
Oh, I'm calling it. I gotta call it. Stay inside. You good? You're in? Stay inside. No, stay inside, Key! No! Key! No! Quick, call the bud. Just you're good. No.
I'm trying to finish it.
No. Watch this. Just kidding. I called his mama fat. I said his mama's fat. I'll say it again. Yo, mama's fat. Oh shit. Your mom doesn't eat meat. Oh shit. Yeah. GG's.
Coming this way.
Hopefully it sees them. If not,
No.
it sees them now.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait.
Y'all think I ain't come prepared for this shit?
Oh,
Y'all
shit.
said we was killing what? Everything that
There we go.
moves, apparently. Come on.
There it is.
Next. Chat done turn me up. Why'd y'all do that? Happy gooping. Anybody what? Hey, we got a reactor over here. We got a reactor. Reactor going for one. Reactor going for one. Reactor going for two. Reactor going for two.
Reactor
going
for sale.
for three.
Reactor for sale.
We got a reactor
Reactor
over
for
there.
sale.
We got a reactor over there. And reactor gone.
Sold to the man in red.
Never going over there. Thanks, fellas.
Yeah. I'll see y'all later, fellas. Have a good one. Have a good one, brothers.
Good work, boys.
What?
Let's head home at the Cliffside Air Shaft.
Power of friendship.
Right.
I trust them now.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, another one bites the dust.
Yeah, drop the beat. Control executing shutdown on all rotor subsystems.
All right. Here we go. Oh shit! What the hell just happened to me?
Your entry path is open. Move now.
Free reactor to whoever gives me their social security. Here it goes. You gotta give up your social security. Yeah, I didn't think so.
No one wants a free reactor?
Nobody want to give up his social security. That was a fair trade. Watch this. Just kidding. I called his mama fat. I said his mama's fat. I'll say it again. Yo, mama's fat. Oh shit. Welcome in, chat. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What it do, Key? What it do, Sai? What it do, Louis? Thank you for the first, second, and third. It's a new week. W's in the chat. It's a new week, so that means new trials. It's also a very snowy day for us here in Boston, so a lot of people have the day off. Shout out to those with the day off today. As far as last week though, we ended up in Daredevil 2, so unfortunately we got a only a single promotion. We didn't get double promotion. Leaderboards aren't live yet because the week just started, but or I guess I gotta do something to actually whatever. But yeah, I'm Daredevil 2 now. Ideally, chat, I'm looking for a double promotion this week. I want a double promotion so bad. I wanted a double promotion last week because I was Daredevil 1. A double promotion would have got me to Daredevil 3. But I think this week we could potentially do some crazy numbers. Some crazy numbers. I think the first one I'm going to start off with is this damaging wasps. But I'm not going to actually start off with damaging wasps right off of the bat. I'm actually going to build up a run where damaging wasps is going to be huge. So what I mean by that is I'm just going to go out there and actually collect a bunch of snitcher. I'm going to collect a lot of snitcher parts. I forget what they're called now. But they're snitcher parts. So that then I'm going to choose around and go out there with all the snitcher parts and just throw all the snitchers. Because what they're going to do is call in a bunch of wasps. So as long as we throw in a bunch of those, have like a few wolf packs on us, Will be good money. And then we can start the match that way, and then go about like actually spending the rest of the 30 minutes in the rest of the 30 minutes in the match freaking going through everything, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna spend well, we're also gonna just see like what the map's looking like. Nothing interesting, you feel me? So yeah, nothing interesting there. So we're gonna head into a hidden bunker, simply because it's gonna give us a little bit of extra time. We're gonna put this away. We don't need that right now. None of this, none of this. We don't need any of that. Bing, 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 bing. Out there with the heavy stuff. Yeah, I can go out there with some heavy stuff. What did I just let go of? I don't feel like it was what I had to let go of. Tell you that much. Tell you that much. I don't think I let go of what I was supposed to let go of. Tell you that much. Interesting that I don't have those things attached. The Raider hatch key don't even work for some reason during that event. I never understood that, but we'll let it slide. Yeah, we'll let that slide. Let that go there. Let's go. We're gonna do nothing crazy. We're collecting snitcher thingies. Chat. Let me grab the ball across the room real quick. In a match that has already started. Y se lo titula a ver. I'm high key running to this spot because there's only one thing left. Only one antenna left. If I can get there before they open that shit and be among the first ones in there, we're vibing. My bad. It wasn't. There was no audio. That shit's out of here.
Kings? Holy crap.
On your way to the 5 milli, what you at right now? Right now, you probably at like 2.5, no? Giving you some sauce. I hope you've been sousing. I wonder if I can do the little truquito right here. Onwards towards victory. Towards victory. I feel like it's always that one too that gets forgotten. The trench tower ones always get forgotten. You know what I miss about the cold snap, chat? The cold snap was cool because the hatch keys still worked, but you still got double points from the cold snap. Got him. Get through. What's with that bow cut? Get that man a proper cut. Get that man a proper cut. First of all, don't misgender, milady. Don't misgender, milady. Alright? Hey, hello. Hello, Raider.
Okay.
What's your favorite thing about this game? You like? What? It's not like it's an umbrella of things, I guess. But if I had to like pick, it's somewhere around proximity, chat. But the reason I say it's like an umbrella of things is because like I guess it's like the potential community that exists within the game. Which to me, as someone that plays a lot of solo, it comes through proximity, chat. But I think like at the same time, one of the main things is also just like how new it is, like how fresh of a game it actually is, how fresh of a feeling it all is. Yes. How fresh of a feeling it is and whatnot. I think that's a big aspect to it all. Especially like it being available on console and being the kind of game that it is. Like last time we got anything similar was like Division and those kinds of games, and you know they really haven't been hot like that in a very long time. But I think ultimately, like I said, it's the community part of it. Which, you know, it's tough to say just simply because there are people that play this game and will never experience like that community aspect of the game because they come in here to play it as like a strictly like as a shooter, everybody must die like kind of game. You know, everything that moves must die. Like they probably never turn on their mic, or if they do, it's just to talk shit to the person they killed or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? Like, but they don't play the community aspect of it, you know? And like shit, they can even be like strong in PvE as well. Like they can do stuff solo, they can kill the matriarch by themselves and all this, that, and the third. But I think if one of my favorite parts I don't think anyone should miss out on, regardless of if it's your favorite part or not, is the community building aspect.
Thank you.
Mine is starting from nothing to something, and you're gonna get things to make what you need. Yeah, I think like that's like that other part I was saying where it was like this game being fresh and whatnot. I think that's part of it. You know, it's like crafting and building stuff and this, that, and the third, and having like a backpack and going out, and because like one of the things I've always mentioned about games like this and why I feel like it's why they're not easily on console is, you feel me, like that's why we didn't have like or in my opinion, like DayZ for example wasn't super popular on console, or what are those other ones like Tarkov, and even Rust. Like Rust definitely gets played on console, but it's like it's not as popular on PC or whatever. And I think it really does come down to, which it's not like this game does a great job of doing it necessarily, but it really comes down to like the menu navigation and having to use controller and like that aspect of it. You know, like it's not the same as just like clicking and dragging something if you want to drag it, if you want to drop it, you know, like click, it's like a whole different aspect. So like inventory and backpack management is a lot more tedious in, you feel me, in on console or on controller. So I feel like that in general made games like in this general genre to have a harder time
An
to
arc orbiter
exist.
is en route. The safe window is
But
closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
I think they did a great job, you know? I don't know. I think they did a good job in a lot of other things for people to be able to be fine with like dealing with that kind of stuff, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I like the community part, but just like in life, people have good and bad intentions. Yeah, and I think that's the part that I like about it the most, is
Down
the
there.
fact that it like,
Wasp, down there. Wasp.
like I like that it's, I've said this before, like this game is definitely like, what is it? What's the term? I can't think of it right now. Hold on. But yeah, I think like when I say I like the community aspect of it, is like I like all of it. You know what I mean? Like I don't like just like the peacefulness. Like I don't like. Like, do I love the peaceful lobbies because they make things easier? Like that's just kind of the content that I like or whatever. Yes, but.
Head home at the east elevator.
But what it really comes down to is like just how much of a test on like on humanity it is, because like it really just shows the reality of what, like you said, of like what life is, the reality of life, the reality of humans. And I think that's my favorite part of the quote unquote PvP of the game. Of it all. I hate how she can, that thing can shoot. But yeah, like I like there being like people that have bad intentions. I like it testing how I move around people. You know what I mean? I like it, you know, reminding me that it doesn't matter how nice I can be or whatever, there can still be occasionally someone that's an asshole and just gonna take advantage of me. I like that kind of, I'm not gonna say like a reminder as if I forget that that's what life is like, but you know what I mean? Like I like that that is an aspect of the game, and it's not just, you know, a simple shooter where it's like obviously the point is to kill everybody. You know what I mean? Like what are you doing making friends? Like, well, you know what I mean? But I think this game gives a lot of openness to the whole idea of killing. Of killing other raiders. Like it gives it a different feel, a different understanding to it all when it comes to killing a different player, if that makes sense. And I think the lore has a really good part of it. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I might switch my answer and say the lore is my favorite part, because I feel like every time I'm talking about the game, I always go back to the lore of it all, and like I like how it all just ties into the lore. Whether it's the PvP or the PvE or the this or the that, and it's always like, I just like the way it ties back to the lore.
We have Arc on screen. 5 minutes left.
I got the Venator blueprint for Buried.
5 minutes.
Where in Buried did you get it? Oh, I didn't think that was gonna hit me. That was gonna hit me too, isn't it? I don't think I would like the game how it was originally made, which is like a fully PvE game, but this, that, and the third. But I don't know. It's like I don't. The original question you asked is a tough question for me to like genuinely answer, because I think if anything, the fact that I can't find my favorite part of the game is what makes it my favorite game right now. Come on, my boy. I'm over here down, bro. Got me. Sure. Hey, mad at you. Mad at you. Alright, so we didn't do nothing there really. Well, like I said, we went for the setup. That's what we were there for. We ended up getting 3 6, 9, 10 snitcher scanners, which ideally we want to grab what? 12, 24, 48. Like, I think if we grab 48 snitcher scanners or snitch scanners. Oh, wait, no, not even. 48 to fill these up, and then another 3 here, 51, 54, 57. Oh, we can fill these up too. 60, 63. I'd say somewhere around 63 to 65, depending on how we want to deal with our heals and our ammo and whatnot. But anything like 60. Let's say like minimum 60 snitch scanners. And then we can come out and do our wasp trial. So that's like the for those worrying about or just thinking about the trials this week. Excuse me. Those thinking about the trials this week. And again, if you're trying to get high scores, not just get your 3 stars, but get high scores. These are some. This is one tip for whenever it's damage wasps, which is what we have this week as one of the challenges. Feel me, damage wasps. What you want to do? Raider caches northwest of the map, and as soon as I safe pocket, I was out. I could only imagine. But yeah, with the damaging wasps, for those that don't know, the snitch scanner, which is what that enemy's perspective piece. If you also don't know, every enemy has its perspective like piece. It has a wasp driver, hornet drivers for the hornet, wasp driver for the wasp, the snitch scanner for the snitch, leaper post from the leaper post, etc., etc., bastion cells, bombardier cells, matriarch cores, queen cores, etc., 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 etc. Hopefully we know that. If we didn't, now you do. Even down to the ticks, everything has a little piece to it. Anyways, when you go to the snitch, they drop a snitch scanner, and what the snitch scanner does, this is the second part to everyone having a piece. A lot of them have some type of use. The hornet driver, if you throw it, it's an electric pulse. It like stuns any enemies nearby. It's almost like a showstopper, but arguably better. I've done a little bit of tests here and there with the showstopper and the hornet driver, and I'd argue that a hornet driver might be better in some situations. You got the wasp driver. If you throw the wasp driver, you shoot it, it explodes. And then to get back to what we're looking for specifically, the snitch scanners. If you throw the snitch scanner, it works just like how a snitch works, where it calls the light beam up to the sky and calls in 2 wasps, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to say 3, but I'm pretty sure it calls in 2 wasps minimum. And so like you pretty much just start farming wasps that way. That's why I'm saying if we just come with a full inventory of about 60 snitch scanners, that's about 120 wasps coming out, or that we can like farm. And like the thing about that is like we can do that safely, like we can, even if we didn't have like friendly lobbies or anything like that, these are things that we can do kind of safely, where we can spawn. The second we spawn, maybe get a little bit further away from like anything and just start throwing them. To make it even quicker, or to make it all even easier, you bring wolf packs, so that way you're able to throw 3, 4, 5 snitch scanners at a time, beep beep beep, and just throw 1 or 2 wolf packs and take care of everything. But again, like, you do that, you send out those 60 snitch scanners, that shouldn't take anything around, like, if it takes you 5 minutes to do that, that probably is a lot of time. Especially if you came out with wolf packs and stuff. If you came out with wolf packs, we're talking about like 2 minutes time tops to get rid of those 60 snitch scanners. I think 2 minutes tops, and just get outrageously high score. And then you still have the rest of the time to just like go out into the map and actually farm it. You know what I mean? Like actually farm wasps like your average person is farming wasps, and just going out there and any wasps they see, shooting it, maybe any snitchers they see, killing it and blah blah blah. But yeah, So that's gonna be our goal. As of now, like I said, we have whatever it is that we have, 3, 6, 9, 10. But we're just gonna keep going out there and racking up stuff. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Putting down, picking up. Feel me to feel me to feel me. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be running for now. Yeah, and that's again, that's for damaging wasps. The harvesting plants, we'll show the sauce when we get to that one. That's another, harvesting plants is pretty easy. That's a very easy 20k plus situation. And I have 2 strategies for that. And by 2 strategies, I mean 2 maps for this. And we'll, like I said, we'll get to that after we worry about the wasps and whatnot. Actually, here, I'll give the sauce right now. For harvesting plants, right? You want to go to, one sauce is Buried City. Obviously, you want to do these things in night raids or blah 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 yaddies. But you want to go to Buried City, and you're gonna want to go to right here, the Galleria. If you know the Galleria has a bunch of planters with Great Mullein on them. So you just hit every floor. I believe it's 3 floors total that you'll find the mullein in it. You'll find a bunch. Like, you'll find a bunch. So that alone will get you 3 stars. And even if you're like not looking to get like super high score, but get more than just like the 4k 3 stars, you can even just collect this building alone and get yourself almost 10k, if not 10k worth of points. But if you really want to maximize on Buried City, you'd go in here, boom, you'd hit that. Then you want to run the edges of the map, right? You want to keep running the edges of the map. And unfortunately, we don't have the frost berries or whatever those things are called anymore, so you can't grab those anymore. But you want to keep running the edges of the map, and anywhere you see those cacti, the cacti things, just go, or the aloe. Wait. The aloe, right? Is that the right word? Am I thinking of the right word? Oh my god. Whatever that thing is, aloe, right? Aloe's the plant, right, sir? The plant. Yeah, aloe. So aloe, you're gonna find mad aloe around the edges, and honestly, if you just hit all those aloe, it'll be all around the edges. You feel me? If you ever did the grinding for prickly pears, anywhere you find the prickly pears, you're gonna find aloe. But you just keep running the edges, keep running the edges, keep running the edges. You'll keep running into aloe all over the place. And then right in this area as well, by the Grandioso Apartments, there's also a bunch of, what do you call those again? The Great Mullein, just growing in like the water area. So you'll find a bunch of those here. And then, yeah. And there's probably a few other spots as well where you'll find like sprinkled aloe or sprinkled Great Mullein and shit like that. But yeah. And then the other sauce is in the damn battlegrounds. And the damn battlegrounds, like, you could seriously go really, really hard, especially if you know how to look for mushrooms, which is going to be important because hunting for mushrooms is also going to be a specific, like this week is harvest plants, but there is also harvest mushrooms as a challenge on some weeks. So it's going to be good to know regardless. But if you come into damn battlegrounds, this entire area, just everything here, you know, all this green area is just mushroom central, fucking whatchamacallit, the Great Mullein central, like just all of that all over here, like so much of it, like so much of it, yeah, so much of it. You'll find some more over here as well. There'll be some over here as well, especially mushrooms. You'll find a good amount of mushrooms in this area if you know how to look for it. And then all around here as well, certain areas you'll find a good amount of grape mullein, because grape mullein grows near water pretty much. You might even be able to find some inside the research and administration room if they have planters in there. I'm not sure though. And then if you follow all the pipes, not the pipes, but the hallways of Dam Battleground, so like this, going across here, then cutting through here, blah, 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 and then doing the underground stuff that leads you out through the water treatment control, if you follow it all the way, all that, the pipes in there will have mushrooms attached to them as well, so that's like more harvesting points there. But yeah, you do that during, honestly, I think if you're doing it during an electromagnetic storm, they pop out a little bit more, but I'm not even like 100% sure if that's really how it works. But I swear, like, something about the water or something like that, or the rain, helps more plants like wash up. Yeah. So Dam Battlegrounds and Buried City, those are my two bets for y'all. Stella Montes, I mean, in all maps you can easily get yourself 3 stars. Stella Montes has all those planters that you can go and get 3 stars from and all that. But yeah, Spaceport has a bunch of aloe on it. You're mine. I just want you to know. Oh wait, I do not want to do that. Beautiful. Why am I forgetting that I could just go over here and buy one?
Do me a solid.
Boop, hollering, hooting. Beautiful. No, that's who I bet. Oh wow, oh wow, oh ha ha ha. Oh wow, oh wow, oh ha ha. Dun dun. Diggy deep. Damn, I thought I had a snipper. But that's how you know I really don't F with that gun. Special. Hey, yo, Sin, what side of the, are you repping the United States? I was gonna say, what side of the country are you repping? But are you even repping the United States? And when I say rep, I don't mean like you're a patriot and you're artist. No, I just mean like where you live at, bro?
Have your eyes adjusted to the dark yet, Raider? Loot is ripe for the picking while most of Toledo is asleep, though my suppliers say that Ark is twice as vigilant after sunset.
Florida. Florida. Ah, shit. I was gonna say, cause up here we're dealing with a snowstorm and shit. Florida from Haiti, my brother. What's good, bro? I didn't know you was my brother. Yeah, now we up north in Boston. And we got a big ass snowstorm, or we had one overnight. But everyone got the day off, or a lot of people, I should say, got the day off today because of the snow. That should tell you how much snow we got, especially given the fact that we're up north. But yeah, we oh, I'm also Dominican. That's why I'm really calling you my brother. Island boy. That's how that song goes, right? Oh. Hey, shout out by Jesus, real food. Read my bio. It's your boy. It's your boy. I mean. Beam me up. I'm glad the bio was informational enough. Chance to. Also, I like your play style, similar to how I play. Word. Hello.
Hey there!
Dirty son. Hello there. Here. Well, I say all that, and we're not going fast. Just F around, see if I can bust out as many of these plants as I can. Maybe get a 3-star real quick while we're here. What I also like about the way they put the trials is that, like, it gets you into the groove of understanding the importance of certain stuff, in my opinion. Like, just harvesting plants, right? You really want to harvest plants, like, then, now mind you, you don't actually got to take the plants with you. Like, you can be a full, I could have my inventory full of everything but plants, go to harvest it. It doesn't go into my pocket, you know, you can still harvest it, it'll just fall into the ground, you still got the points for it and all that. But, you know, if you go out there with a empty thing and you're only giving yourself enough time to only harvest and you're not really getting anything else in your pockets, then you're going to be leaving with a whole bunch of, for example, in this case, a whole bunch of great mullein. So now you're back at home and you're like, oh my god, I didn't realize how important great mulleins were, because now I can craft all these herbal bandages, or now I can craft all these, what are the other things, the stabbing ones or whatever. But again, you just like start to realize the importance of certain stuff and whatnot, or like even the ones that are like get damage on bastions or get damage on this, that, and the third. It's like, if you aim towards getting the most points towards these things, there's certain things about your gameplay that end up developing without you like almost realizing it. But because of that, like me wanting to get like a bunch of points, I'm not scared of bastions and bombardiers and those kinds of things anymore. But matriarchs, queen, I'm not scared of nothing. Like, you know, not to say it, you know, or like, oh look at me, I'm so cool, I'm not scared of them. I just mean that in some like, it's just, I can't be, you know, I can't be scared if I'm looking to get some high scores. Like, just to get like 3 stars, I have to get all of the damage onto these bigger things, you know. Like last week, to get a good amount of points on damaging the matriarch or queen or whatnot, like you would have to put, I got like two mines on her, and then a little bit of other like shooting damage and shit like that on her, and it only got me like 10k. I was upset that he destroyed it, but I actually don't care about the damage. Let me just shoot for the scanner. Like what the hell? If I can survive going to the matriarch, then I'll be good. Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's there's levels to it. You know what I mean? Like first you're like, oh, I could survive going out of here, but it's like you realize like you surviving was like you hiding inside a room. Or I'm not even gonna say hiding, but you know, like using the cover of like a building the entire time. Then it gets to a point where it's like where I'm at, where I'm trying to get more confident of like barely ever even using the building and just being out there to be able to get more than just 2 mines on her back, you know? Because it's like, that's my thing. It's like, I got to do it quick now because I'm in such friendly lobbies where everybody's on that type of time. Ah, dang it. Holy shit. Dang it. Raw fire. I love NTSC. Yo, stay alive, bro. I got you. I got you. I don't got it. I don't need nobody. Don't even trust myself. So another good thing I just actually learned right there about that the stabbing one is that you can actually put it on while you're still gaining health from all the other ones. As you know, like a bandage, you gotta wait for the full effect of the bandage to go off before you can put on that next bandage. Now I just don't. I think a very important part about this game is like you gotta keep your cool. Like that moment right there, that could have been bad. I mean, it was bad. Really not. You gotta be able to keep your cool. Oh, I was about to say there needs to be a perk where you can find people's bodies and shit. That'd be cool. Wealthy and well-rounded, we got you surrounded. Don't. Oh, let me harvest like one more plant.
Let's head home at the warehouse air shaft.
Yeah, I'm sure I don't gotta go back that way. I'm sure I can find something on the way. Yeah, that was actually a very good move. I'm not mad at it. Because I think, now that I think about it, it's actually probably a really good mix with like a herbal. I did it with a regular bandage and then I started sticking myself. And again, before the herbal bandage was done giving the full heal effect that it's supposed to give, I was already able to like start stabbing myself with that syringe or whatever. the health syringe. What is that called? The Vita shot. I don't know. I think that's some pretty good info, chat. I don't know about y'all, but I think that's a pretty good pro tip right there. Because at least, as far as my information went before just now, all heals you had to wait until the effect was done before you were able to use the next heal. It's kind of why you would go back and forth. You get hit really hard or something, you put on the bandages and you go put on shield, and then you come back to the bandages because by then the bandage effect should be done or whatever. What it do? Yeah, the Vita shot. I use the Vita shot a lot. I like to try to. Yeah, for sure. I like to craft it a lot. I like to craft it a lot. My boy Who Dat doesn't like it because I think he thinks it takes too long or whatever. But my thing is, it's like I like the fact that it's instant. You know, it's all that health like instantly for like what, an extra 2 seconds or something like that. And on top of that, I saw a video the other day of you can actually ride. You can actually ride the zip while hitting it. I'm really hoping I find a zip around here. You know what? I think I can. But watch, it's really nice because yeah. Cause like you can't do that with any other heal. Oh, you can. I've spoken. Wait, did I? Yeah, no, I misspoke, right? Hold on, what did it? Hold on. Sorry, just testing stuff out here. Alright, so you can use all that. I was mistaken. Okay, bro, leave me alone. Alright, you can get any type of heal off. What was I thinking? Yeah, man. Most of these things.
Raider, your path is clear.
I don't think you ever told us how much you're at right now. What are you at, Sin? You said you was on your road to 5 mil, but road to 5 mil is a lot of numbers. That can be just about anything. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't. Ugh, I should have harvested one more plant of this. There's no pretending. No need. You know me. Boom, 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 boom. Not just might know you. Bing, bing, boom, bing. I love again. Forget all about this hurt man. Gonna like they all snacks, Kit Kats, color for hungry. Dum, grum, dum, dum. Sober on, dum, dum. Dum, 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 dum. It took 3.2. Oh, you're almost there. I mean, as far as like getting it for the expedition, easy peasy. What I wanted to get myself to really was to a point where, like, I don't want to say I already have the next 5 mil ready, but to the point where, like, I don't really have to necessarily grind like that. And I can just kind of play regularly, and I can see that over time, I'm just always going to have that 5 mil on me. You know what I mean? I think at the beginning of the game, I had a very small idea of how important actual currency in game was going to be. So I was always just like crafting and recycling and scavenging and rebuilding and doing that stuff. Because like you said, it was like a very big, it was like my favorite part of the game. You know what I mean? Like building everything from scratch pretty much. You know what I mean? But I never realized just how much of it was actually going to be like selling and actually making money off of this stuff. But like now that I know and I understand the general concept of what's like a good amount of money or whatever, and again, like, you know, there's always there's one general concept that I like to try to live by, and not good at it whatsoever, but it's like you can't really afford something unless you can afford to buy it twice. So in this concept, right, like, you know, you really do want to have 10K ready come around every thing, and so then that way, like, you can kind of move freely, you know. You can fuck around and not worry about having to buy shit or anything like that. Like right now I've reached the 5 mil, but I'm only at 5.1, so it's not like You know, yeah, I got the 5 mil, but I'm not heading to the store whenever I need something, or you know what I mean, to the traders whenever I need something, and being like, all right, let me buy ammo
Let's not
with the
start asking
currency. Like,
questions,
nah, I'm
okay?
still very much so crafting. That's my grind. I saw someone with 17 mil. Yeah, no, like at the beginning, like even my boy Who Dat, like he was already, before it came out that you needed the 5 mil and this, that, and the third. Like he was already on that. Like he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get like a mil. I'm trying to get 10 mil or this, that, and the third. At first he was just trying to get a mil. And like even the big streamers were like, that's kind of what they were bragging about. They were like, yeah, we had a mil or whatever. And then the 5 mil came out, and then obviously everybody was like, all right, cool, like we got to step up our game and this, that, and the third. But before it even came out about the expedition and the 5 mil, yeah, it was definitely, again, it's just not the way I play the game, or never understood that that was going to be like a big part of the game necessarily. But some people did. You know, some people, it is how they play their game and what they pay attention to and whatnot. And they were, like you said, I don't think I saw 17 million personally, but you know, I definitely saw some pretty millions before, you know, any news was out about anything. What do you mean? What are we at, by the way? Let's make sure we're keeping an eye. I don't think we're enforcing it yet, just yet. We're gonna need 4 rows of this minimum. We're gonna take 5 rows of it actually. We're at 1, so let's get to it. And so, like, imagine now you doing a duos or a trios of this. Imagine how many snitch scanners those are. How many wasps those are. What I say is like 60 scanners. So like 120 wasps per person. Now we're looking at 240 or 360. You feel me? If you're in a trios and you can wipe out 360 wasps by just standing there and throwing out these shits, and then you go and continue on and try to wipe out the rest of the wasps actually in the map, nah, it's insane. It's insanity. Gotta we can even like do the math. To be quite honest, we can even try doing the math. Because we can see exactly how many wasps we will take to get, let's say 3 stars, we can get like 4K then. And then, based on the max number of scanners that we think we can bring out, we can already see the minimum score we can give ourselves just from scanners that we bring out. Now, of course, all these situations are hypothetical and ideal situations, but as y'all know, I play a lot of solos.
Shani here. You'll have to be quick on your feet, Raider, because
Not
the Leaper does not take any prisoners. Remember the flag. Stand tall and stand proud.
And et ceteras and et ceteras. Oh my god. Come inside of there.
forest air shaft.
Might as well just wait around here, honestly. It's not gonna be the best positioning because there's not much height over here. Like the roots, stay in the coop. Yo, stop it. Don't do that. 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 I said don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I didn't want to do it, Chad. I didn't want to do it, I swear. Like the roots, veins, coop. Hajdas. So that's one. One wasp. Look at beans like the roots, beans. Diablo. Hey, Pablo. On the piano. Easy.
Over there.
Bing, bing, bing. That was 3 wasps at 1234. Which I feel like I could have scored a little bit more, but one of those wasps. And that's another thing. You know, when it comes to these things, you don't want them killing themselves either.
Wasp, over there.
Because then they're taking away the amount of damage you can put on them. When they kill themselves and go into a wall, you don't get nothing for that. Not damage-wise. As far as killing them, you will actually get points for that when that comes around, but... See, like, that's off one shot. I don't want it to... You see? On the left side, destroyed arc. But there's no instance for damage. There's only the initial one that...
An arc orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Ain't going. Estrella en esta tierra. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah. Got it.
What's up, buddy? Damn, that's too bad so far.
Just get out.
Secure yourself and proceed to Speranza.
Like a professor. That was a weak ass round. We only got 3. feel like I think Buried City might be a better match for me. It's me. But I got 2 stars there with what, like 4 or 5 wasps that I defeated. Got a great cause to be a boss. In this club with you, girl. Diamonds in my. Is it? Nick, I'm sticking for Morgan. Don't know why I came in with it. You know my. Or is it? Or is it? I carry myself to yourself. Ha ha ha. What? I thought I had. Dang it. In this club tonight. That's gonna change your life. Don't know why I came in with these diamonds on my chain. I can hear them on my brain. Is it because of handsome? I think I'm going to go. It's tough what I should do right now, actually. Destroy ticks, fireballs, and pops. Ticks, fireballs, and pops. And what's the map looking like again? So we still got that Blue Gate Night Ray. Humsicles. It's like we can try Night Raid, the Blue Gate Night Raid, but honestly, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go into a Blue Gate, this thingy McGurger. We're just gonna run around and be a goofy goob. A goofy goob.
Hey again.
Sorry. Something like that, and then something like this, and something like that, and something like this, and this, and that, and this, and this, and this, and that. We're gonna need a backup shield. We're gonna need a backup shield. I'd say we also bring in a motherfucking a Mahana. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Why not? Why not, child? Why not? Get crazy. Some great person once said. Huh. Get crazy. Yes. Ah, go stupid. Nah. Something like that. Alright, let's go. It's just harvested too, like it's just nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy. Now if it were something crazy, then I'd be more afraid, but I feel like if anything, the Ark are over there like, oh, great. Where you get the lobby that fucking llama decides to get into? How come we get this lobby? Why we get this lobby? Why can't we get the blue lobby? I'm sorry, Ark, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Oh, I love this fucking spawn. I hate having the late spawn.
We've spotted a harvester in your area. A queen is guarding it with her life.
Oh, they didn't take the
Engage if
breach.
you've brought your best gear, lots of backup, and a very good plan.
It ain't easy. Be honest. Scooby-Doo. Oh, she's destroyed, isn't it? She's dead. She's dead. I see the pieces just lying there. Oh gosh. You just do it. Welcome to my lobbies, chat. Get me out of here.
Head home at the Overlook Air Shaft.
This is the one thing though I was saying about my lobbies is that it's funny because you can low-key goop hard as fudge in these lobbies. Why? Because everybody gets the queens done super early, and when the queen gets done, everybody just leaves. No one sticks around. No one's like, all right, guys, let's goop the rest of the map. Nah, everybody's like, all right, the goop is all gone. All the goop actually only comes straight to the matriarch. This is the only goop that exists on the map. It's like, no. Like, no, there's actually a lot left. But yeah, I always thought that was interesting. I didn't really notice it until recently, because I was just like staying back a little bit, and I decided to like go into it was actually right here in Blue Gate. I decided to go under. I went into all the under stuff, did all the tunnel stuff, and I was like, wow, no one touched this shit at all. And like I almost left with all of them at the elevator, like not even all of them, but like half of them. Like I almost left with half of them. There was a few that left before us, and then I had seen, because I didn't leave with the half that I left, I saw the other half pretty much on its way to the elevators. Like even if people did stay behind, it was like minimum, like one or two, max, like one or two people. Hurry up, Rambo, hurry up. Hurry up, Rambo. Hurry up, Rambo. Rambo, hurry up. Rambo, hurry up. Hurry up, Rambo. Hurry up, Rambo. Hurry up, Rambo, hurry up. Hurry up, Rambo. Just to make enough time. Do it. I still got time. 3 minutes. Come on. That means this was also gonna be like half done. There's no way they're about to put me into a fresh match. I am in no way, shape, or form getting into a fresh queen match. There's no way. Losing my mind. Bow chicka wow wow. Bow chicka wow. Bow chicka wow. They got fresh match. Okay, I've officially been shitting up. Shit up.
Let's go to the harvester.
To the harvester. Let's go, chat. It's our time to shine. The other thing too, if you're too not even lazy, but just another way to go about getting some energy ammo, just go to the harvester. Be one of the first ones there and just goop all the energy in. Like as you're finding the whatchamacallits, you know what I mean? Kind of, you know. Here, I'll give it a second. Hello, you. I have bad energy, as you can see. You. Alright, bro.
Come back in there.
Yeah, drop the beat.
Dang, I did get one core. Matter. Y'all take it easy, alright? Y'all did great.
Look at me going. Watch my move.
Who didn't get a core? Who did a core?
I got a hatch key. I'm not gonna follow. That has an equalizer. Or doesn't?
Anybody wants to get that?
I'm not sure if anybody wants to follow.
Let's go.
I genuinely hate this game. I just desynced twice now. This whole game I just desynced. Just something back and forth, bro.
He's upset.
Last one of I didn't go down this time, but I didn't desync it so bad recently. Holy crap, I'm just glad I'm not dead.
Let's head home at the cliffside air shaft.
Okay.
Look at me going.
Music, man. Hey, look at me. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Getting it. I'm hitting it. Oh, shit. You got wasp or something. Get him. Damn.
Look at me going.
God damn. Destroyed that man.
Ah, the good life. The good life. The good life.
GG's, boys.
Hey, come here, Raider. Come here. Come on, dance with me.
Good life, Chad. The good life's a trap. A quick GG's. A quick GG's. Mike Jonas. What I mean is, like, see, all that extra energy ammo. Take 31K. You know the sauce. We know the sauce. You know the sauce. Let me my. Came out with locks. Was he shot? T-Phasos on. And what's all wrong? 6 in the morning. Can this dog get 'em on? Bum, boom, 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 boom. Ding. Ow. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Dum dum dum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Cool, we got spaceport harvester. And I kinda wanna get rid of a hole cracker here, so. What was I looking for? First, grab some of that. What am I was looking for this. Crude explosives. Niggas, no, it's just... Day drink. Put the water to the flowers. Couple of hours. Ooh, we got a night raid at damn battlegrounds. A fui chat. What am I? Left hand is an icon. I think we're gonna do this match and then we're gonna do our last match. Damn battlegrounds, maybe potentially, depending how this one goes.
2-4 is back online. Discharge for bomb. 2-3 is on hold.
Go down the ring. And the water to the flower. Fuck full of hours. That's slow. Pow, pow, pow. I'm not in a bad location.
Let's go to the harvester.
pretty sure
This
this
is
makes me
Shani
among
speaking.
the closest.
There's an entrance in the southwest of the departure building by
Makes
the
me
parking
among the
lot.
closest, but better
You
for
should find
me,
a
it
staff
puts
locker room
me
there.
at a good position
And
for
with any
my
luck,
spot.
traces of the saboteur.
Spot that I like to fight. Right, yeah, it's
Let's
already
go to
been
that
active.
location.
So I'm definitely not the closest. That I know. Adrian. For a couple of hours. I think this time I'm gonna go for trying to grab her attention as much as possible. And trying to grab as many pieces as I can. It's gonna be tough because frankly I came out with an Aphelion and I came out with a bow cracker. Both of which are decently heavy weapons, I guess you could say. Yeah, heavy weapons. That's already taking some weight from me. Slokey. Quick swipe. Somebody step on me, yo. We gotta go. Yup. Hello. Holy shit. No, it didn't have to go like this. No. Then we got a defib. Yeah, you got a defib? You don't?
I'm not sure.
Ooh, appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, bring it up. friendly. It's not friendly. They're non-friendlies. Non-friendlies at the harvester. Non-friendlies at the harvester. Alert. Alert. There are non-friendlies at the harvester. We must leave ASAP. We must remove ourselves from the situation. While we still have time. Magic. Yep, people are dying. We're out of here, Chuck. My time here is not. We haven't made it just yet, but we out of there. That's for sure. Yep. Yeah, we good.
Hey there.
What it do?
Hello there.
What it do?
Hey, Raider!
Confirming your request. Just hang on a second. There. Elevator is on its way.
Hello?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Hey, my boy, what's good, Brody? Hey. Welcome into the party. Welcome in. Or not. Call that, baby. Bring him back to our families. Sweat balls that round. Not even gonna lie to you. I couldn't even. That wasn't even the PvP situation I would have been ready for. Hole cracker and an Aphelion. GG's. I'd take the Aphelion off my back. You know what I mean? Dude's getting too close to me. I was, whoa. What are you trying to do? Look at the back of my weapons or something? Trying to see what I got back there or something? I appreciate that kind of work.
Make sure you sleep well.
Well, well. Do I recycle? Yes. I'm a big stepper. All I rock is vagina. And put in your wife. Nova Scotia. With a mouthpiece. I got a house key. For her house key. Smacking my back in position. With the accolades to prove it. To move it. Kakalaki. Tallahassee. The most players. I might be furious. For casual relaxing. Usually for thank you for the hydration, Nation Shire. That was the last of my hydration, Nation. We dehydrate now. Or how Silence to call it dihydrate. Yeah, this is LG, by the way. LG's I kind of went right back into the harvester. Don't know why, but that's just, I guess, what we're feeling. But you can pop somebody, felt bad at it, read about it,
Let's go to the harvester. This is Celeste speaking. Remember, Raider, the evidence against the tube's management should be in the North Trench Tower. Don't lose the key.
There's so much quest stuff I've been meaning to do, and I just like completely stopped that I've definitely done, could already do, like destroying a leaper. I've done that part. I just haven't been bringing the leaper pulse back. Good job, Ronald. Good job, Ronald. And we got a two-piece with Pete violence. My younger pop somebody, so better how to read about it. I said it needed guidance. Another one bites the dust. So bad how to read about it. Say needed guidance. Hello. 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 Rap game more cheesier. bro die at? You just be losing lives, man. To who? To what? To where? Many questions will never be answered. Felt bad I had to read about it. Say you needed guidance. Good, buddy? Good? Just drop the second one. What? Got it? How many we got? Oh, I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Here's some money.
But defense. Help. 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 Coming. Thank you, good sir. Oh, another man down.
Can you help? Help.
What am I to goop? I'm to goop another leg. Goop, 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 goop. What is this? Oh, this ain't goop. Give me another one. Breathe, breathe, take it slow, take it slow. Run, boys! Run! Distracted by giving them other legs. They're like, oh my god, a leg just dropped! Aha, but I already have 5 of them. And all the energy ammo. They'll never see it coming. Oh, but I want that piece. Oh, no, I can't. I've lost my window to be greedy. Hello there, sir. You see nothing. You see no goop happening here. There's not even an ounce of goop dripping. Always good, Zari. Welcome in. Big goop, big goop, big goop, big goop. I'm all about survival. How's the Raider life, man? Oh, bro, we live good. We live good on this side. We live good on this side. This is an average run here. A good run is 8. Coming out with like 8 sometimes. And this is a queen too. I'm talking about reactor cores too. We be gooping. But we are mainly PvE goopers. I mean, if a motherfucker try to cross us while we're PvE, and then the motherfucker gotta get crossed, has to be done. Raider life is good. Raider life is good. It's easy. I only solos now. I don't only solos. Solos, duos. I'd say I solos and duos the most, but I do all of it. I'd say in order it'd probably be solos, duos, and trios as much as I do, but I'm definitely not just a solo. Yeah, freaking. Yeah, nah, I'll do. It just depends. Like for the most part, I'm doing solos, and then I have one of the homies that's like mostly also friendly, and he does like way more PvP than I do in like relevance, but for the most part still like in friendly-ish lobbies. So even when we get together, yeah, we do have to watch our backs a lot more, but me and him together, we don't necessarily run like we're hunting people down. Like I don't think we're ever trying to hunt people down. We're always like trying to make friends, but we have like a bunch of rules when it comes to that. Like if we say, yo, you good, and you respond with don't shoot, like that to us is that's not you saying you're good. Like that's just don't shoot. In solos, I have, you know, the rules get a little bit looser because solos is a lot friendlier and whatever, but like quote unquote but yeah, we do duos, we do trios, and then I have friends that literally only PvP. Friends that don't even have like their tables built or their tables even past like level 1 type shit, and like they've only done like straight just PvP, and they might have like 50,000 weapons, a bunch of stitchers and a bunch of whatever in their inventory or whatever, but you know, so I do play with those people too, and it's like, yeah, I gotta be on my toes. I go out there with like straight PvP freaking loadouts. But at the end of the day, I'm about the goop when it comes to this game. I'm about the money. I'm about, you know, trying to get to the bag, and like the truth of the matter is like you're just not gonna get that in pure PvP as much as you think. At least not at the speed. Definitely you're not getting it at the speed that I'm gooping at. So we do another one? Yeah, we still got time. Oh wait, that was. Oh no, we still got time. We still got time to run in there and do a quick one. Let's ride. So city. Wow. Like, huh? Wow. Hung it up. Like how, like what? Don't do no running. Like yeah, you gotta. Oh shit. Bro, that's why I said fuck it. I use that free loadout, killing people, scamming them. That's why my name is the EBT Warrior. I be murdering shit with free loadout. Should be hilarious. Yeah. Like, yeah. It's like, to me, it's like I could do that, but then let's, like, when it comes to the point where it's like, all right, now I actually need to goop some stuff. Now I really want to do some stuff or whatever. Now I'm fucked because my lobbies are filled with a whole bunch of replicates of me that are just going out there with free loadouts. So I could go catch 9 bodies, 10 bodies at Stella Montes, but every single body is going out there with a free loadout. So it's like I said, it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, you're not grouping. You know what I mean? Like, I think, and unfortunately, I think the real way to group is to have like a good balance of like doing friendly, and then just picking a day where like you just turn on everybody, because everybody, like, your lobbies are gonna be filled with people like me. I'm just going out there, just, I ain't got no worries. I'm not even bringing a gun to kill actual people with, like, to protect myself from actual raiders. You know what I mean? Like, then you go out there and then you kill those people and you backstab them. Hey, friendly, hey. That's how you really come out gooped. You feel me? That's how you really run out gooped. Hey, I'm telling you. Trust me, like, everybody that goes into my lobbies right now, because I just be running pure friendly for the most part. Like, I haven't played with the homies for like 2 days, so right now I'm like on like whole ass friendly mode. But it's people like me, even more. You feel me? They'll have this and a hole cracker and just a whole bunch of ammo, some wolf packs, some dead mines, and some freaking a snap hook. It'll be like a combo of either a snap hook and a bunch of dead lines, or a bunch of wolf packs, crazy shit. And you can just go out there with a free loadout and just, I don't know if you were here 2 rounds ago. That's what was happening 2 rounds ago. Not me. 'Cause I always like to play it towards the end, like towards the sides. Right there, I was like the first one to get to the harvester, so I was like, let me goop a little bit of energy ammo. Actually, I pretty much gooped all of the energy ammo in there, just to sell it, because it's like the best thing to sell. But I gooped a whole bunch of energy ammo, and then freaking I stayed because there was enough people. But it's like, even then, as soon as the pieces started falling, you saw that I was up out of there. And I never really came back inside to really stick back inside. Yeah, I'll crawl back in the sense of like, if I get downed out there, like, oh, help, defib, you know. But I'm not going to keep running around. And the second I see someone get downed, I ain't playing that hero shit. Which is also what my lobby is filled with. A bunch of people trying to play hero and all that, which I do play when in certain situations, but matriarch lobbies and harvester lobbies, you don't do that. Not you don't do that, I don't do that. I'm not, no. Because the thing is, it's like, there's always so much miscommunication and shit happening, and there's so much at stake with all those cores and shit like that. And depending at what level of like the queen itself being destroyed and shit like that, and yeah, no. So like for the harvester, I like to fight over here, right here, right in this little building over here, like little garage or whatever. But I like to always like keep an eye on everything.
Let's move to that location.
The second I see like people going off, literally 2 rounds ago, I heard the flare go off. I'm like, oh, if they could have died to an arc, you know, who knows what it could have died for. But then all you hear in the proximity is like, yo, help me, yo, help me, help me. I was literally in the middle of I think like grabbing a leg. I said, oop, core. That was like my 4th core. I think that was my 5th core. I grabbed my 5th core and I just exited the hell up out of there. And I just heard in the background as I'm like running away, more and more flares going off. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I think I missed it. Yeah, nah. I got 5 mil already. Yeah. Now I'm just like, I was like grinding it for real, because like it really isn't like, if you figure out the ways of getting to the money, like building energy ammo and shit like that, and just like selling it, or getting yourself to energy ammo and stuff like that, like you realize it's like, oh, okay. He's gonna kill me. What the hell? Sit down. said if you're like in PvP and shit like that, doing a lot of PvP, it gets hard to group because it's like there's so much risk. Like, bro, my lobby, I'll be finishing a lobby and I'm just like, ah, man, I guess I'm not coming out with too much shit. I tried to be out here as much as I can. People beat me to it. But I'm at the train and people are like, yo, anybody need this? Anybody want this? Anybody need this? Yo, I got you, bro. I got you.
That was cool. I just want to on the outside.
Anyone got an extra core?
Come on, cool, baby.
Seriously, where is every? I wasted so much shit.
Useful parts. Here.
Come on, fellas. Give a little.
Anyone got an extra core?
Share with your fucking Padres.
All these little legs are looted. What the hell?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I've like fucking little rats.
What about this one over here? Oh, can't leave those ones.
Never again. There's like one guy with like fucking all the cores, and he ran away like a little fucking Mary. Some bullshit. Never again.
Oh, damn it, did I get stuck? Oh, there we go.
People be mad. I know I came out with one. I don't know about nobody else though. Hi. Why you have an extra piece?
I have nothing but an arc coolant and flex rubber.
Peasant.
I got a bunch of energy clips from inside the harvester if anybody wants them.
What?
I got a bunch of those energy clips for the energy guns from the harvester.
Get some of that, my boy.
There you go.
Thank you, my boy. Oh, thank you, my boy. Oh, thank you, my boy. Oh, thank you, my boy.
No problem, man. Please stop me.
It was a pleasure. Quick 20K, he just gave up. You see what I mean?
Bullshit.
That's on my mama. Hey, bro, over here. Hey, bro, just standing over here. You got an extra core? I'll dance for an extra core.
What?
He probably heard he got to dance for an extra core. He was so ready. Where am I going? Like right now, anybody could rob me if they wanted to. I'd have nothing to do to protect myself. But I did run in there and get myself a quick core. about confidence? Can't be afraid of those damn matriarch of those queens and all that shit. It ain't nothing. I'm ready for the emperor.
Head home at the east elevator.
What I was saying about my lobbies too, I've said this a couple times now, is because my lobbies tend to be very friendly and we can finish the matriarch or the queen very quickly. This one was a bit slow in my opinion. Every time I load in late to a queen to be exact, harvester, so it's, you know, weaker than the matriarch. But every time I load into a matriarch late and she's still alive, then it's a slow match. Every time I load in fast and she's dead, then that's obviously a quick match, because I've been in matches where I loaded in on time and we were able to destroy her with 20 minutes left on the clock. Sometimes even like 22 minutes left on the clock. Type shit. Absolutely destroyed. But a lot of times, especially with the more so with the matriarch, well, both really, but people will leave as soon as she's dead. You know, they'll grab as many pieces as they can. Grab as many pieces as they can and then just leave. And then the whole lobby, even the people that didn't get to get anything, they'll, you know, everybody thinks to themselves, oh, that's all the loot in the lobby. That's it during a matriarch or during a harvester run. Like, that's it. That's all the loot in the lobby. Like, everybody forgets about all the containers, all those little breachable rooms. Everybody forgets about everything. Like, everybody forgets about the hotspots where you can find blueprints and this, that's, and the third. Everybody forgets about everything else on the map for the most part, and just thinks to themselves like, all right, cool, like, I guess I can't get the goop. And like, I think part of it is also because like so many of us like already just have so much, you know, we really don't need to spend time like getting all that stuff. Like, some of us are there for trials, some of us are there to just have some fun trying to destroy it and be as powerful as possible. Some of them, you know, like a lot of different reasons. But I think regardless, my point is that like the whole map, or at least a good amount of the map gets left unlooted. And I didn't get to that realization until recently, but I'm definitely gonna start taking a lot more advantage of that whenever I do queen and matriarch runs, and just go out to the queen, the matriarch, help defeat it really quickly, and then go out and like do a route and try to, you know, loot all the stuff as much as I can. While people be doing the matriarch, yeah, I mean, that's how I had a bit of an idea of like, I just thought to myself that like, oh, like a matriarch and harvester also boosts up like the loot on the map, kind of just like those, like kind of like a night raid or an electromagnetic storm. That's kind of what I thought to myself, because I'd be like, oh, you know, I'm kind of looting around and I'm kind of finding some cool stuff and stuff like that, but I wasn't really realizing that I was kind of freely looting, because 3/4 of the map was actually fighting the matriarch or the queen. You know, I never really realized like how much of a server actually will go to fight it sometimes, especially now in my lobbies. Like, a lot of times it is like the entire server that's there is fighting it or doing something there, ratting it, fighting it, something, but in that general area. But yeah, I think it like at the end it really just comes down to like, for the most part, that loot is so prized that you want to go and get it, and when it's all gotten, whether you got some or not, because like, especially if you didn't get something, you definitely want to get out there, get out of there as fast as possible to try to jump into the next match, so that you can, you know, jump into as many matches as you can before the hour is over, you know, depending on where it is. You know, sometimes it only comes for one map, so that's only around for an hour. Sometimes it comes from multiple maps, and you know, I guess you get it for like 2-3 hours, but you know, yeah, it all, I feel like at the end of the day, one of the things, I keep saying at the end of the day, but one of the things that it really also comes down to is like, I always mention this, is like the amount that you actually put into the game, the amount of hours you put into the game, and like the amount of hours you put into the game will ultimately as anything, right? I'm not giving y'all any type of new sauce, but as anything goes, like the more hours you put into it, the more comfortable you come to be in whatever it is that you're doing. You feel me? Like whether you put a lot of hours into finding arc, or a lot of hours into finding loot spots, or a lot of hours into PvPing or whatever, like you're obviously gonna get to a point where like you become a lot comfortable in a lot of things, and you start using things more. You know, you start going to certain areas more. You start fighting certain things more because there's just a different level of comfort. But hopefully for you, Sin, you feel me? I think now that you're getting into the trials and that desire to ideally get 3 stars in these trials, I know last week you saw that it was put damage onto the queen or the matriarch. So it's like if you really want those 3 stars, you're gonna have to get out there, you know what I mean? And to get those 3 stars, like you're gonna have to put on a decent amount of damage and be out there for a decent amount of time, and you know, potentially take damage, you know. So right, it's gonna take some deaths for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's gonna take some deaths for sure. But I think again, throughout those hours, throughout those mistakes and those deaths, and having to rebuild your loadout and stuff like that, you also learn like the quick ways to rebuilding your loadout. You learn exactly what you need for your loadout. You know, like for example, I know that one of my favorite things have truly become like the wolf packs and the landmines. You know, I've become less dependent on like my guns, and a lot more dependent on like just going out there with wolf packs and just poof, 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 whoop, whoop, or going out there with landmines and a zip hook, whatever that's called, a snap hook, and just snapping onto enemies and putting on a landmine and, you know, Batmaning out of there and all that stuff. But again, it all comes with comfort, you know, it all comes with a lot of stuff. I got 3 stars on Matriarch only because I did it with trios. Yeah, with trios, all quests, all trials are going to be a lot easier. It's the way to do it. It is the 100% just the way to do it. Like I said, if you have a group of 3 where all of y'all are like, you know, friendly objective based players, so with all 3 of you involved, y'all get into lobbies and y'all are gonna be like nice and safe doing whatever it is that you do, that's gonna be the easiest way to do that. Also, Amani Thomas, I'm sorry I didn't see your YouTube. I was just over here talking to my Twitch chat and whatnot. But yeah, trios is gonna be the more people you have, and that goes just for any, like every single aspect of it. It's like I was saying yesterday. Look at the scores I be getting on some of those, which are like 24K and shit like that. And that's only with the ground that I'm able to cover and the resources that I'm able to bring out as one raider. Now multiply that times 3. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some of them are gonna be hard, like harvesting plants. There's only so many plants that pop up in the map. But like this week, destroying ticks, fireballs, and pops are all part of one challenge. Are all part of one thingy-majig. You know what I mean? So it's like, and all 3 of those respawn. All 3 of those enemies respawn. So if you want me to give you the quick sauce on that, a lot of people might be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go to Stella Montes. Oh, Stella Montes is filled with all that. And you're right, that is a good place, but at the same time, that's what everybody else is thinking. So you go to Stella Montes, and it's either what everybody else is thinking, or 2, there's just not much to run away towards in Stella Montes, so you have to kill it. So it's like, you tend to just run into a lot of dead bodies in Stella Montes sometimes. But if you go to Buried City, and you hit these buildings right here, if you do a rotation of these buildings right here, you will, and like if you really want, you can throw in the library, because there will be an occasional there'll be like whatchamacallit, like the spiders, the ticks and shit like that, but you add these buildings right here with the parking lot. So you add the hospital, Galleria, space travel, and research, and the thing, and you just run in circles in all these buildings, and all those 3 enemies, the ticks, the fireballs, and the pops, they'll keep respawning. So you go into hospital, you hit every floor in hospital, bop, 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 bop. Then you move on to over here in this little spot, you hit it, boop, 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 boop. There's usually like 3 or 4 things here. But also, another thing to think about is you can also hit the train station right at the bottom of the hospital. So you hit the train station at the bottom of the hospital. As y'all know, there's also going to be ticks, fireballs, and pops there. So you hit that, boop, 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 boop. Then you move on over to Galleria. You're going to hit a few in there as well. You move on over to space travel. You're going to hit all the floors in space travel. You're going to hit all the floors in research. Then you go into the parking garage. You hit all the floors of parking garage with all the pops and all the fireballs. And by the time you make it back to hospital, all of those enemies that you have killed have reset themselves, and so then you just continue that same route. You can also throw in this station into the combo as well. So like after you hit the parking garage, you go into this station that's right here, and then you come back out after you destroy all the pops in there, and then you continue on to the hospital, do all the floors, and then rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And that's again for destroying ticks, fireballs, and pops. We stopped what we started today, which was, it wasn't damaging wasp, but it was working towards gaining a large score for damaging wasp. Just a reminder on what to do towards that one is just get yourself a bunch of snitch scanners. Try to stack up on as many snitch scanners as you can. I personally am going out with a looting MK3 survivor, and with that one you can minimum bring out, depending on what else you bring out with you, you can bring out 60 snitch scanners. Yeah, you can bring out 60 snitch scanners, but again, that's like you just bringing out ammo. That's not bringing out like wolf packs and shit like that. That's you just bringing out ammo, which is gonna make the process a bit longer. You feel me? It is gonna make a process a bit longer to get done, because you're gonna have to actually shoot them all down. And anyways, yeah. So that's the strategy for that. You get 60 scanners, and like what I was saying, if you get 3 of y'all to do it, then that's 180 scanners that you can throw out there. It's GG's, like, you know what I mean? That's 360 wasps that you will be killing, that you will bring out to farm, you know. And I keep mentioning that's just that part. A lot of people do that, like they do this strategy of farming with the snitch scanners, and then they'll throw all those out and then just leave. They'll run towards the elevator and then leave with whatever points they got there. There'll still be like 20 minutes left on the clock, 15 minutes left on the clock. It's like, just why not just continue wiping off the rest of the map like you would have, you know? Bait in some damn chat, I gotta say something really important. Not really important, but I gotta say something before we officially get out of here. It's cool. Thank you so much for understanding, Amani, by the way. I usually have a more paying attention to Twitch chat. I try to do my best that I can on YouTube, but on Twitch we do have a better user experience. It is horizontal. We have music playing. We have like different types of streamer support, and viewer rewards and stuff like that. But that's only if you're into Twitch, of course. If you like your YouTube, then I appreciate you being here either way. But anywho, that's the sauce for damaging wasps. It's just getting a whole bunch of snitch scanners. I gave y'all the sauce for destroying ticks and fireballs and pops. The sauce for harvesting plants, I gave that to you when we started the stream at the very beginning. But just for those who weren't here, the quick sauce is 2 different maps. You choose which one you feel like works best for you. The first one is going to be Buried City during a night raid, and you're going to want to go in here and just go into this building here, into the Galleria, and you hit every single floor. All the floors is going to have a bunch of planters where you can get the Great Mulane from. After you hit those floors, you will super be into 3-star territory. But then what you want to do next is run all these edges here and collect the agave that you will see. And the agave is going to look like some cacti. I mean, if y'all know what agave, it was agave. I said aloe and freaking Sin said aloe too, but it was agave. Agave is the word that we was looking for. Anyways, yeah, you're gonna get a whole bunch of agave from around the edges and all that stuff. Aloe is something, but whatever. My point is, that's not the word I was looking for. But yeah, you're gonna go around all the edges and grab a whole bunch of agave, and then also right here in front of the Grandioso apartments, you'll be able to find a few more growing spots of grape mullein. There's like a little pool of water here, and you'll see a bunch of grape mullein just growing in the area, attached to the apartments, but also like over here. So that's one sauce, and then the other sauce is over here at Damn Battlegrounds. Same thing. You want to go in for a night raid or an electromagnetic storm. I'd honestly say an electromagnetic storm. I feel like the electromagnetic storm just like clears up more of the map and clears up more like plants or something like that. I don't know. It just feels that way, and I feel like I don't know. Trust me on that. But you just want to hit all this, all of this, all this greenery over here. You're gonna just run into so much freaking mushrooms, so much grape mullein, and then if you come in here as well, there's a good amount of mushrooms as well as grape mullein. And then if you go in through the pipes, so you can start here at the water treatment control and follow all the tunnel area, so like the kind of underground area. Not underground, it kind of feels underground, but you're really just like in some tunnel area. Go through here, all that shit, follow all this. Then you come into this side, also keep following. Like all those pipes in there will have mushrooms attached to them. I think it's really important that y'all get used to understanding, if you care about the trials, y'all get used to understanding where mushrooms grow, because mushrooms will be something that you will have to learn or find to harvest individually for trials. This time we got harvest all plants, right, or whatever, but some weeks we will get harvest mushrooms. And so again, if you go into this area specifically of Damn Battlegrounds, you'll find a lot, but you're gonna be looking for trees that aren't fully grown trees. They'll be like chopped off, like a dead chopped off tree, but you can see that they have what looks like mushrooms sticking out of them. You won't be able to actually collect them, but you know, those are the trees. Sometimes you will see the mushroom at the bottom of it, like the mushrooms that actually look like the ones we're supposed to collect, but they will also have like little nudges of like what look like little mushrooms to let you know this is where mushrooms grow. So that's one. And then any downed tree that you see as well, any like downed tree or like log, check those as well. Those are gonna have mushroom. Anywhere like on the edge, as you know, this is a whole lot of swampy area. Anywhere that's like the edge of the water and like land, try to check around there as well. You're usually gonna find some mushrooms. Some like slight areas you'll find it, or like you'll see a lot of meadow areas, little things, you know, like little establishments or whatever built, or whatever little raider establishments built. Sometimes like just on those randomly they'll be on there, but I wouldn't say that's like a main thing to look for, but it's a good thing to look at, I guess. But yeah, and then the grape mullein, you'll find more grape mullein towards this side, and I feel like you'll find more mushrooms towards this side, but overall I think you'll find more grape mullein. Grape mullein is going to be the thing that's going to be most common for you to find. Hopefully you're not in incredibly friendly lobbies like myself, or an incredibly objective based lobbies like myself, so you're not going to just run into a bunch of other people that are already taking the plants. That's when it sucks, you know what I mean? Because then there's like points that you're just gonna, like, even if you get like 20k, you know you could have gotten more, but you ran into somebody that's like, oh yeah man, you know, just doing my trials here, collecting all the plants, and you're like, the fuck man, like who knows how many plants they already collected that you can't now collect. Like last week was cool because, and let me double check this week's. Yeah, like last week's was cool because it was like search the first wave husks. Those are cool because people can go breach them and search them, and then you can go, even after they've breached the search, you can go search them and still get those points, right? Because it's just searching them. Same thing goes with like the the probes, the arc probes. You search arc probes, someone else searches them, they still get the points for it. So those are really nice because, you know, it's not like you get limited how many points you can get. If anything, it's a pro to be in those friendly lobbies, because if other people are already going across all those first wave husks before you do, then they're already removing an electromagnetic storm. They're already removing that shock effect. They're already doing the breaching. And over time, when you're like, you know, searching 30, 40 of those husks, that breaching action and having to go into it and search, and then having to avoid getting shocked, and then going into it to search, that all that time frame adds up, you know. I mean, after like 2 or 3, that time adds up, but like, imagine after 40 or 50, it's like that's the difference between you being able to hit 30 or 40 and have time to hit 30 or 40, or have time to hit up to 60, because half of the ones that you're running into, if not more, have already been hit by other people. So all you got to do is pull up to it, search, and that's it, and head out. Which is another thing, is like anything that's search, that's all you gotta do. Is like, all you gotta do is open that little page. You know, you don't even gotta see the first item. The first item doesn't even have to reveal itself to you. You just gotta open up the page, and you get out of it. You will see it. It'll show you the XP of it, scavenged plus whatever, and you'll also get those points. That's again for like just efficiency. You know, you're trying to get the most points out of trials. That's how you're gonna be able to do it. You want to be as quick as possible when it comes to any of these, you know, like even when it comes to the bastions and the rocketeers and leapers and stuff like that. Like, there is you got to understand that these things do reset. So like when you kill them and you leave the area, they will reset, and then you got to come back and kill them. So it's understanding that, you know, you want to find them as soon as possible, so that way you're able to destroy them as early as possible in the match, so that they're able to start respawning, and you're able to destroy them and start that cycle as soon as possible, and get as many cycles in as you can within one match. So speed does end up being a very important thing when it comes to again, like ranking up in the trials. Not just getting 3 stars. When it comes to 3 stars, you don't got to get too crazy. To get 3 stars, a good trios will get you just about anything. Like, you hop into a good trios, like you can just ask the trios or whatever, and you might not even have to ask the trios that you're trying to do something, but it might just happen naturally. But as far as 3 stars, but if you really want to go about getting those points for real, you know, getting into Daredevil and above. Like, I'm at Daredevil 2, and trust me, to get into Daredevil 2, I had to have 2 or 3. I had to have 2, I think, was it? Categories at least above 20k. Everything had to be above 10k. But yeah, I mean, let's look at the leaderboards. Matter of fact, this is early in the week. By the way, it is still Monday. There are people with 62k. And that's not going to stay like that. Don't for a second think that 62k is even going to be anywhere near the top for this week's double promotion or whatever. Shit. I can get 62k easily. Yeah, we're going to be looking at 100ks and whatnot. I was Daredevil 1, and we were already seeing 100ks for our top 5 performers. So now at Daredevil 2, I could only imagine the numbers we're going to be seeing for trials. But, you know, that's why we got to step it up. I really do want to try to get to Hotshot. We got 26 days, which means... that's about 3 weeks. So I want to say that's about 3 weeks of trials. So, like, I have 3 attempts to go up 2 promotions. So I think the odds are in our favor, but we're gonna have to seriously work. Like, frankly, we can't do what we did yesterday, where yesterday we saw ourselves 2 spots away from we were at the bottom of double promotion, and we were 2 spots away from going into single promotion. and that's how we left off in the morning. And we wanted to game later on in the evening as well, and you know, just double check, make sure that we were still good, and maybe grab a little extra points where we could to get us into a more comfortable position. But we didn't get on in the evening, and unfortunately when we woke up this morning, we saw that we did get moved down about 4 spots. So we were like around like the top 2 of single promotion, or like top 3 of single promotion. So long story short, we were only able to go from Daredevil 1 to Daredevil 2. That's fine. It would have been nice to go to Daredevil 3. That way we've only had to work for single promotion this week. But yeah, this week we're gonna be working for double promotion. We're always gonna be working for that top 10 or whatever, double promotion. But of course, minimum we have to just simply get a promotion, which I'm not at all afraid of. For now, it's at 16K. That's nothing, you know what I mean? But again, it's only Monday. It's still extremely early, and we've already seen how last minute people can move those positions at those top spots. You know what I mean? So, anywho, that's it for us, chat. We're gonna head on out of here. We will see y'all later today for our regularly scheduled program. The one thing that I wanted to say that wasn't important, but I just wanted to mention is, you know, I wasn't sure what kind of snow we were going to be getting here in Boston, because we really haven't gotten too much snow in Boston. That's like notable snow in comparison to what we grew up with. And when I say we, I mean like my age group, like my generation. Like we grew up with some pretty intense snowstorms, some like blizzard snowstorms, you know what I mean? And I don't think we've even used the word blizzard in a good amount of time here in Boston. Not that I don't think we're using it now or anything, but like, I just mean that to say, like, yesterday it snowed a lot. You know, they canceled today as far as work and school goes. Like, Rice has been home all day, so she didn't have work. But I was thinking to myself, like, oh, it's probably not going to actually snow today, too. It's probably just one of those, like, you know, it was a lot of snow on one day, and it's going to make it a little bit tough on the roads, but it's not going to be one of those, like, whatever. And we woke up this morning and it wasn't snowing, so I was like, oh, see, you know, I was right. But as the day went on, it's back to snowing, and it's not like snowing like lightly either. You know, it's snowing. It's snowing. It's not snowing crazy like, oh, blizzard, but it's snowing. So who knows? If the day continues at this rate, then we'll actually start getting some decent amount of snow just sitting on our streets. Bit of a winter wonderland, some might call it. But anywho, until later, GG's. Thank y'all, everybody, for hanging out with us, both on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube, again, I apologize for not being as quick to the chat as I am on Twitch. But regardless, I do appreciate every single one of y'all for hanging out here. Whether you were a lurker, a chatter, whatever it was that you were, appreciate y'all. See y'all later. Peace.